I'm doing up shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm cool with up shit. Type shit. Activity. I'm doing up shit. Fuck all that young shit. I'm cool with up shit. Type shit. Activity. Posted up on the island with a bitch. They call me up, cause I ain't on that dumb shit.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Niggas and niggettes. No, just fucking with you. What's up, people? Welcome back to Unk Be Streaming. Microphone on. Yes, he'd be tripping sometime. All right, we good to go. Welcome back to Unk Be Streaming with your favorite Unk That Ain't No Punk. We out here just having good times on this fine Thursday. The weekend is almost here. Hope everybody got some plans, do something fun, do something interesting. We're going to get straight to it today because I might have to go pick up my son from band camp practice. They got band camp practice for the next 2 weeks before school start. I guess they getting ready, to do big things, to do great things. I don't fucking know. So his school does have a really good band. They like won a bunch of competitions and awards. So I'm not gonna do them like that. They are good. They not the best in the area, but they are in the top 3. So yeah, it's this other school. They just do some shit that's like college level type performance. It's fucking amazing. I think my son's band just honestly just doesn't have enough people in the band. Anyway, before we get started, like, subscribe, comment, and please share. Like, subscribe, comment, and please share. It doesn't cost you a penny, a nickel, or a dime. A penny, or a nickel, or a dime is 100% free to like, subscribe, comment, and share. It helps the channel the most. Shout out to the people that come in and out the chat, but also shout out to the replay gang, the people that watch the videos after they finish, after they go, get saved on the YouTube, that come back and watch the videos on their own time throughout the week. Y'all are greatly appreciated too. Again, like, subscribe, comment, and please share. But if you want to support the channel, anything from $1 and up, greatly appreciated. Cash us right there. $Unk Be Streaming. But more importantly, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And get this channel back in the algorithm because I haven't been on it in a long time before I started back doing this on it. So again, any support would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget self-improvement, self-improvement, self-improvement. Improve yourself mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, whatever you believe in, through meditation, prayer, whatever. Do some push-ups, some sit-ups, walk around the neighborhood. Become a better version of you today than you were yesterday. You should strive to do that every day, all the way to the day you die, regardless of your gender, man, woman, whatever. You should always do some form of self-improvement daily. A day shouldn't go by where you don't build upon yourself. Whether you're young or old, no matter how old you are, this is this not a sprint, it's a marathon, and you always a work in progress. Okay, on to the show. First of all, if you a person that feels it's like just hard to stay out of jail for some reason, you're probably not gonna like what I'm about to say. If you're a person that don't like consequences for your actions, you're probably not gonna like or agree with what I say. But I don't want you to leave. I want you to stay, and not just for the views. And this all to the replay game, not just for the views, because maybe you might learn something. You might see things slightly different. You might not. By the way, agree or disagree with anything I have to say, please leave a comment and it will be replied to in a timely manner and in a respectful way. because I don't really need people to agree with me. I usually try to validate my points enough to where reality agrees with me, even when people don't. And that's what we're about to see today. Man, that came off as kind of arrogant. But I said that before on my boy DJ Wishdog to show that I can be arrogant sometimes. But I try my best to back it up, but it still doesn't change that sometimes that it's still arrogance. But like in dealing with my wife, it's really hard not to. I try to work on it sometimes, but you know, if you're right, you're just right. And what the fuck you supposed to do about it? So, the truth about police. All right. The truth about police. And what I mean by that is we look at police in society, a lot of people, a certain way. They're some kind of tyrants. They so mean. They do this and they do that. But do we really look at their job? Do people really take time to look at what police do, what they have to deal with, the kind of people and situations they have to deal with? It's a job, it's a career that they can do. Shit can get done right 100,000 times, 200, 300, 500,000 times. In the moment one officer do something wrong, the whole career choice gets flamed up. Can you imagine if you were an accountant and an accountant steals or embezzles some money? Now you're not trusted as an accountant, and people shitting on accountants and don't want to use accountants anymore. But you're sitting there like, well, I never done it. I didn't do this. People have these anti-police sentiments and cognitive biases towards police, to where for some weird reason they refuse to see that, number one, police are human, and number two, they are individuals. And people do this more often than you think. Why do you think you have to constantly say not all to people? Because when you say some stuff, you shouldn't have to say not all, because it's obvious you're not talking about all. But their mind, especially if it's something they don't like or want to hear, kind of like people don't like the police, they go to all. And what I'm going to show y'all today, that it's a mental state, some mindset things, some psychology things to the way people act and perceive and view police. How they they fucking can't even they can't even see people as police as humans. The dehumanization of police, they dehumanize police at a high level, as if their job is who they are. A policeman is still a human. And they be like, why did he act like that? Why did he, as if because they're policemen, they can't get irritated. They can't get angry. They can't have a bad day. as if someone came to your job and spit in your face and start flipping over shit and telling you how to do your job and snatching shit all out your desk and throwing your files all over the place, like you're not gonna wild out. Often the police have things of that nature going on. We're simply trying to do a basic traffic stop. So before we get to some definitions, there is a couple things I would like to show you all to substantiate my points. Just a second. Let me pull this up real quick. All right, here we go. So we're going to go with this one first. So people always talk about how police be handling people bad and doing all this stuff and beating them up in assault and the police brutality. Yes, that does happen. Yes, it does. But I'm gonna show y'all the numbers later. And it's a shame. This how I had to look into the psychosis of this, because there's no way people cannot get this. There's no way people cannot understand. Because and it's people that feel this way about cops that I know are intelligent. You feel me? It's people that feel this weird derangement syndrome about police that I know are intelligent. That's what made me realize they not dumb. So it has to be some kind of psychological reason behind it for a person that I know intelligent to not see that, yes, the cops do bad stuff, but to be like, oh, the cops, I can't stand the cops, all they do, when the reality is, for every person that gets pulled over and it turns to violence, there's probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions, that it turns to nothing. Just because something happens doesn't make it this major big old problem that turns up the world. It's like that, and I know they comprehend it because they get offended when people say stuff like when a guy approach a woman, I always use this example all the time. When a guy approach a woman and she rejects him, just a second. When a guy approaches a woman and she rejects him, the guy just gonna wild out. You know, the women be like, I'm scared to say no to a guy because when they reject me, these guys be out here hurting women and killing women and beating them up. Yes, there are weirdos that wild out when something like that happens. But think about how many guys approach women daily, every weekend, all over this goddamn country. Think how many guys just in your city walk up to women and approach them, ask her, do she got a boyfriend? She be like, oh, I'm not interested, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he just walk off. When we don't like something, and we push our intellect aside. And that's why I know it's some psychological, because when you know something ain't true, It makes no sense, but you choose to believe it anyway. When you go against your own reason to believe something, it's a problem. And the problem ain't the people you talking about. The problem is within you. Because we fundamentally know that cops just ain't out here willy-nilly just fucking up people. It happens, but it's just not it ain't what people try to push it as. This right here I'm finna show y'all is how the vast majority of interactions when people wilding out go. Because you got to understand, as we talking right now, someone is getting pulled over. And they're going to give them their license and registration, and they're going to go away. You know how many people get pulled over and interact with the police on a daily fucking basis? They not getting fucked up, shot, stabbed, slammed, mace, or nothing. But you know, this right here is how most of the shit actually go down.
Some altercation. So we got some altercation. Looks like some cops are taking some suspects down. Dang, it's heated. They need some backup. They need some backup. We just got 2 cops. Some girl on the ground. Dang, they're aggressive. They need to get some backup. Oh no. Oh, trip. That's wild. So I got one.
At this point, mace could have been deployed. The beat stick could have been employed. And pistols and tasers could have been pulled out. Because it's too much chaos, too much tussling, a lot of stuff going on, and guns could have been grabbed at any time. Listen, these police are humans, right? And yes, there are sick, evil, twisted people out there. But the simple truth is, the vast majority of humans would rather not kill. Would rather not kill another human. That's a special kind of psychopath that want to do that. And it's just not enough of them in the world. And for some reason, people believe that the vast majority of cops fall under that rare mental condition where they just really want to kill a motherfucker. Best believe these 2 officers right here would rather have went their whole day without dealing with this shit. But look at the restraint. But see, if they had to slam one of them to the ground and hit them with the taser, oh, the outrage, it makes the news. But these clips where the people acting butt wild, it'll get on IG. It might make TikTok, but I doubt it because TikTok's like super liberal. But it slides through the cracks, especially in the black community, especially in these YouTube streets. Nobody gonna talk about this. For every video a person can show me of a cop doing too much, I can show thousands of them showing immense amounts of self-control. And again, the people that I tell this, they fundamentally know that, because then they start thinking about all the times they got pulled over and nothing happened. But yet, due to the psychosis, the psychological aspect that we're going to get into in just a minute, they just can't do it. And since it's a psychosis, a psychological aspect, yes, law enforcement definitely needs some reform. But people need to work on their mental health. They need some reform. Get some therapy, get some counseling. I don't know. But this because you see, you got people out there, right? Don't like the cops because they simply don't like authority. They don't like working for people. They don't want to work for people. They don't like being told what to do. They can't stand being told what to do. So of course, they not gonna like the cops. You got people out there who not only do they not like getting told what to do, don't like authority, they also don't like consequences for their actions. So of course they're not gonna like the cops. So is the cops really the problem for a lot of these people, or are these people the problem for society? Adults walking around that don't like being told what to do in a world that they gotta share with others. Oh hell no! Adults that don't like consequences for their action. Like this goddamn The Purge or some shit. This not The Purge. This not The Purge, broski. This not The Purge, baby girl. Actions have fucking consequences. Now, you would rather the cops handle your consequences to actions than other people, other citizens, because they really gonna put you on your ass. So what are we talking about here? You want the cops to handle when you step out of line? Or do you want motherfucking Johnny Gunman to handle your ass when you step out of line? Because he ain't sworn no oath. The citizen really gonna flame your ass up.
Emotional damage.
But let's run this back. We're gonna just let it play through, and we're gonna look at the side of policing that gets swept under the rug. Let a motherfucker, let a person act out of line, and then the police do a little extra and break a window and punch him in the head, which again is wrong. But it's crazy how people act like that guy didn't do nothing wrong. And if you said the cops, he did do something wrong, let me tell you what niggas would say. Niggas would say, so are you justifying what they did? Because for some reason, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. There's a lot of people they're not that smart. I constantly find myself having to explain basic concepts, like things like the difference between understanding and justifying. I understood why the cops cracked that window and snatched his ass out the car. And understanding something don't mean you agree with it or saying it's right. Like if a chick keep poking a guy in the head and he hit her ass with a haymaker, I'm not justifying him knocking the shit out of her. Yet I understand why he did it, because why the fuck is she poking the fuck out of this grown man head when she can't win? But we're going to finish this video, and then we're going to get into understanding versus justifying, because we run across that. That's another one of my missions out here, is to fix some of the stupidity in these YouTube streets and just the way people debate and confront it. So are you justifying? Huh? Words got meaning. Words got meaning, people.
So we got some altercation. Looks like some cops are taking some suspects down. Dang, it's heated. They need some backup. They need some backup. We just got two cops. Some girl on the ground. Dang, they're aggressive. They need to get some backup. Oh no. Oh, trip. That's wild. So I got one in cuffs. They're all just screaming. This is crazy. Why can't I ever see something like this in person? Oh no. Another one's about to go crazy. Oh no. She's gonna get another charge. This is wild. No way. No way. Where's her backup? Oh my gosh. She's ripping her hair. No freaking way she just did that to a cop. Oh my gosh. That is crazy.
You see that? Y'all saw that went down? Could have been some tasing, some macing, some beating with the stick, and some fucking pistol play at that point. But it was none of it. But where's the motherfucking for those cops? Where's the 1,000 YouTube shows for those cops? They're gonna say, well, they're just doing their job. Wrong. It was a lot of things within their job that they could have did to those people, but they chose not to. They spared them people. They showed them grace. They didn't dehumanize them people like people dehumanize police, because they ain't their uniform. They humans. These was humans that was just under attack, in harm's way. She grabbed that lady hand and snatched her shit back. If she had to turn around with her nightstick and whopped her ass across the head, trust me, she would have remotely lost her fucking job. She could have split her motherfucking muffin top. So if you're going to get on your fucking soapbox about the bad, why are people so silent about the good, about the right, especially when the good and the right is the thing that happens the most? The most. I'm telling you, for every video you show me a cop wilding, I can shoot you back thousands of them not wilding. Ooh, the cops out here shooting people. No, the vast majority of cops never even fire off their firearm in their goddamn career. What are we talking about here? You know why they don't? Because they human. And humans that's not psychotic don't want to shoot people. They don't want to kill people. These cops would gladly go their whole career without fucking taking a human life. So let's step away from this for a minute, right? And get to some quick definitions, because it's things out here that constantly get said that need to be addressed. We live in a world where when you a logical person like me, that not saying I don't have emotions, because I'm a human, but I try not to let my emotions control me, especially in the intellectual conversation. I try not to let my emotions control me in general. That's why people call what I do rage quitting. But really, when I see that the person not trying to have an intellectual conversation, I just step away from it. You have to protect your peace. That's real emotional intelligence, by the way. So often, again, with people that think with their feelings and irrational and have biases, something that happened that they don't like, and they only gonna see it one way. But when you try to show them that it was more went on than that, they're hitting that because they only siding one way, they said, are you justifying it? Prime example, when the guy bust the cop car, bust the window and punched him. I always said first, that punch was wrong. However, everything leading up to that, I understood. The guy opened the door. He asked why they pulled him over. They told him. He argued and said that wasn't the case. But the cop even said, like, I'm telling you why I'm got pulled over. I'm not trying to argue with you about it. Let me see your license and registration. The dude said no. Not how the stuff happened at a traffic stop. Asked him again. He said no. Not only did he say no, he slammed the door. At this point, the cop has no idea what's in this man's car because his window tinted as fuck, and he slammed the door and locked it because the cop went to open it and the door was locked. So they say at this point, you're resisting. Now you're under arrest. Cop asked him to get out the car 6-7 times. You're under arrest. This is my last warning. You're under my arrest. This is the last warning. You're under my arrest. This is the last one. He gave him multiple last warnings. I don't even know how cats can't see the problem with a fucking police officer giving you multiple last warnings. A last warning is supposed to be a last warning. The fact that he gave him last warnings multiple times shows a high level of restraint. Shows that the cop didn't want to have to go there. A person that gives you 6 last warnings is somebody that would rather not do what you're leaving them limited choices to do. And I understand all that, because I don't have cop derangement syndrome. So, because I understand that when you get pulled over for a traffic violation, even one you don't agree with, a cop asks you for your license and registration, you legally have to present it. When a cop tell you you're under arrest, get out the car, I understand that that is resisting arrest. Therefore, I also understand that the cop has to do, the more you resist, the more he just can't let, just because you said no, I'm not getting out, they can't just sit back there and fold their arms or let you drive away. The more you resist, the more they gotta escalate their efforts to get you out. Hence the broken window. Because again, the window was up and the door was locked and he wouldn't get out. What was they supposed to do? Dance outside the car like the vampires on Sinners? In the early month of May, we be coming out today. Won't you come on out the car? Then we gonna play. You can come outside the car and we gonna do the dance. And we gonna do the dance. And we gonna do the dance. Get about the car, please. Get about the car. Please, please, I'm begging you to get about the car with the jigging and the jigging. No, that's not how shit gonna go down. And I understand that. But because I understand that, I was justifying them punching him. Oh my God. So today, live officially on YouTube, for all the people in the back of the class, we are going to get an understanding. And if you don't share anything, just don't share this video or just share this information. Understanding and justifying ain't the same. Here we motherfucking go.
Understanding and justifying are related but fundamentally different concepts. Understanding means you comprehend why something happened or why someone acted a certain way. It's about gaining insight into motivations, causes, or context. Does not imply agreement or approval. You can understand without supporting. Example, I understand why he stole the food. He was starving. Justifying means you see the action as acceptable or right under the circumstances. Goes beyond comprehension to provide moral or logical approval. Example, he stole the food and that was okay because he was starving. Key difference. Understanding equals explaining behavior. Justifying equals defending behavior as correct or acceptable.
There you go. So, I know it's not going to stop. And I know I can say something and someone can say I'm justifying it, and I can play this clip or run this definition back. But because of how they feel, they're not gonna still comprehend. And at that point, it's just like that tone shit. They can't get it. If the tone of something stops your brain from functioning and critically thinking, in hearing the English language and not comprehending something that makes perfect sense, isn't perfectly logical, if the tone of that makes all that shit go down bad, you are the problem, not the person that's saying it the way you don't like. Because up is up, down is down, left is left, right is right, wet is wet, dry is dry, regardless of tone. It's my disappointment in the human species just grows and grows as I interact with them more and more. Because of that, my YouTube interaction be limited. I only fuck with certain people. And sometimes when certain people come around, I get up out of there. I can't even watch some of my favorite content creators anymore because they bring up people that are complete morons and illogical to where I can't stomach the shit, and it's just bad. So we got that out the way. Now we understand that understanding something don't mean you justifying the actions of it. So again, back to these officers, right? Since we dehumanizing them, people forget to, don't even attempt to look at exactly what they have to go through. Often in a lot of cases, police officers find themselves having to deal with big, strong, loud, obnoxious, grown-ass people acting like children. Children.
Here, please! The cops are trying to arrest me!
Kayla, we're not here to arrest
Here, please! The cops are trying to arrest me!
Kayla, we're not here to arrest you.
Kayla, can we sit over here, please?
Please, no!
Kayla,
Get here now, please!
we just have to conduct
Get
an
here
accident
now!
investigation, okay?
Get here now!
This could be solved very.
You see, all she had was a car accident, and they were just trying to do an accident investigation, and that's what they getting. And they sitting there like, oh my God, what am I dealing with, right? You imagine how they had to deal with this shit, this kind of shit, a lot. A lot. Do you want to do it? No. Do I want to do it? Fuck no. But someone got to do it. Yeah, for some reason, because we got defiance disorder and hate for authority, we just hate. We don't want to do the shit. At the same time, it needs to be done, but we have disdain for the people that's doing it. How the shit gonna get done?
Oh my God!
So you telling me all these people that hate the police, if somebody hit their car from the side and T-bone your shit, you're not gonna call the cops? Then how you gonna do your insurance claim? Because you can't do an insurance claim without a motherfucking police report. But I thought you hate the police so much. Somebody break in your house and steal all your shit while you ain't there? Who you gonna call? The motherfucking popo. And by the way, for all the people that like to say, well, black people handle so bad, the first video was black people. They was black. I'm finna show you videos where they handled white women worse than they handled them black girls that was whooping on the cops and pulled the police hair. And you want to know why it's different? Because each cop is an individual. It's not the cop way they gonna handle shit. Each individual cop has a different temperament, a different upbringing, a different philosophy on how to perform. Yes, they have broad rules that they have to follow. However, just like at your fucking job, everybody ain't gonna conduct business or handle disagreements and discrepancies the same way as you. At no job or career field does each individual person handle shit the same. So just because one cop handles shit this way has nothing to do with all the other officers all over the goddamn country. But let's check out this. This is the kind of nuisance that they have to deal with. You can't tell me this not frustrating as fuck. This annoying me and I'm not even there.
Here, please. The cops are trying to arrest me.
Kayla, we're not here to arrest you.
Kayla, can we sit over here, please?
Please, no.
Kayla,
Get here now, please.
we just have to conduct
Get
an
here
accident
now!
investigation, okay?
Get here now.
This could be solved very...
Off. I didn't do anything. I didn't
You're
do
not
anything.
bleeding. Kayla, get out of the
Do
street.
anything.
Get out of the
I
street.
didn't do anything wrong. Fuck. I'm in front of my car. Is my life is over. Here, please. The cops are trying to arrest me.
Kayla, we're not here to arrest you.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine dealing with that regularly? Dealing with that regularly? Somebody gotta do it. Do you want to do it? So why are we gonna get a hard time to the people that do it? Oh yeah, so cops just out here trying to fuck up black people, do stuff to black people, just do stuff to people in general. They don't have no restraint. They don't have no restraint. They're just out here wilding. But like I said, they do have restraint. They show restraint far more than they don't. It's just that a cop showing restraint isn't provocative. It doesn't get the people going. It doesn't feed agendas of certain groups. It's not polarizing. It ain't good for clicks. It's not good for fucking thumbnails. See, we understand that in other cases, the loudest, fucked up, wrongest people is a minority. But when it comes to police, because of motherfucking officer derangement syndrome, that fundamentally understood logical concept goes out the goddamn window. We understand that the women that want a provider and a man that's 6 feet and 6 figures, they loud. But we understand those women are a loud minority. We understand the dudes that want the dimes and the IG models and all that. And we understand they loud, but they are loud. It's a minority of men that even around those kind of women, that even have access to them. We understand that. We give small shit. We take this bad, when we don't like a group, all right, we take the bad small shit and make it the majority. And when we know that's not the case. And people do that. That's why you gotta constantly tell motherfuckers not all. You gotta constantly say stuff, not all. You gotta constantly say the majority, the minority. You gotta say goddamn Not I got this thing I say, not all, but far too many. Just for the slow people in the back of the class so they can get it. Not all, but far too many of this group of people do blah, 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 blah. But let's watch this great act of patience by the monsters that are the police.
Okay, and what's the
Get out of the car now!
No!
Get out of the
I
car!
don't give a damn!
Step out of the
No!
car! None of this is gonna
No!
matter!
Okay, and none of this had to happen if you didn't approach me, would it?
Just stop!
That's
Get
why
out
you
of the
approached
car!
me. No way! Come on, what was the reason of your nose being
I'm
broken?
trying to leave your girl alone. She would just get out of the
No!
car!
Because we're asking for drivers and registration. What is your reason? Like, come on! Put your
Oh,
hands in the
camera.
back seat. No! Touch me!
Turn around! That's what I'm gonna tell you!
Touch me!
Okay? Turn around and put your hands behind your back! You are under arrest!
No, the hell I'm not.
You are under arrest! Put your hands behind your back! Do it!
Don't touch me. You can do what you're trying to do.
No, I'm gonna do it! If you're making this difficult, put your hands behind your back!
No.
Stand up!
No, but you can talk to
You
me.
wanna help me? No, turn around and put your hands behind. Roll onto your side. No, roll onto your side.
What? Leave me alone! Damn! Get off me. Can I leave on my car? Like, can you get off of me?
You're okay, buddy. You're okay.
Can you get off of me? I'm already on my car. Get your ass off of me. Okay, get off of me. Get off of me. Okay, and what's the
Get
reason?
out of the car now!
No!
Get out of the
I
car!
don't give a damn.
Step out of the
No!
car! None of this is gonna
No!
matter!
Okay, and none of this had to happen if you didn't approach me, would it?
Just stop!
That's
Get
why
out
you
of the
approached me.
car!
No way. Like, come on.
Yo, we just had an example of what I just described about understanding and justifying happen real time. Y'all just heard my example about the women wanting the six-figure dudes and the women and the man wanting the models. And MS Best, I hate to do you like this, but I got to make an example out of you. He says, you really comparing the amount of men wanting top models with the amount of women wanting top guys? No, I was correlating. It's a difference between comparing and correlating. And that's another major thing people do on these YouTube streets is that they don't fundamentally get the difference between. It's kind of like people don't understand that equal ain't the same. Like they had a conversation about equality, and you can treat women equal to how you treat men without treating them the same as you treat man. But it was a fundamentally misunderstanding of, I'm not going to treat women the same as man. I'm not either. I would never treat a woman the same as a man, simply because I will fuck a woman and I wouldn't fuck a man. So it's fundamentally impossible for me to treat women the same as a man, but I can treat women equal. And I'm gonna show y'all the difference with that, but we're gonna get into this one first. Show an example how things get discombobulated out.
Comparing and correlating are different processes, though they can sometimes overlap. Comparing. Definition. Examining two or more things to identify similarities and differences. Focus. Direct evaluation of attributes side by side. Purpose. To contrast or find commonalities. Example, comparing the height of two basketball players. Key point. It's a direct analysis of features or qualities. Correlating. Definition. Finding a relationship or connection between two variables or events. Focus. How changes in one thing relate to changes in another. Purpose. To determine if a pattern or link exists. Example. There's a correlation between study time and test scores. Key point. It's about relationships, not necessarily cause and effect. Main difference. Comparing side-by-side evaluation. Correlating equals identifying a relationship or association. Do you want me to illustrate the difference with a statistical example, a real-world scenario, or a visual analogy?
So, an example I used earlier, the correlation was that not saying it was the same or the same amount, and I wasn't comparing. The correlation was that It's just people, that's a small group that are loud. That's it. That's the correlation. It's because the truth is that the vast majority of women are not dating 6 foot guys, and they got kids from guys that's not 6 figures. And the majority of men are not dating America's top model, nor do they have access to them. Correlation. We got to use this shit, people. Use this shit. Use it. We got these words, man. Anyway, back to the video. Sorry for the intermission.
Okay, and what's the reason?
Get out of the car now!
No!
Get out of the
I
car!
don't give a damn!
Step out of the
No!
car! None of this is gonna
No!
matter!
Okay, and none of this had to happen if you didn't approach me, would it?
Just stop!
That's
Get
why
out of the
you
car!
always. Like, come on, what was the reason of your nose being broken?
Try to leave your girl alone, she would just get out of the
No!
car!
Because we're asking for drivers and registration. What is your reason? Like, come on.
Oh, I
In the
can't.
backseat. No, touch me.
Turn around! That's what I'm gonna tell you!
Touch me.
Okay? Turn around and put your hands behind your back! You are under arrest!
No, the hell I'm not.
You are under arrest! Put your hands behind your back! Do it!
Don't touch me. You can do what you're trying to do.
No, I'm gonna do it. If you're making this difficult, put your hands behind your back.
No.
Stand up.
No, but you can talk to
You
me.
wanna help me? No, turn around and put your hands behind. Roll onto your side. No, roll onto your side.
What? Leave me alone! Damn! Get off me. Can I leave on my car? Like, can you get off of me?
You're okay, buddy. You're okay.
Can you get off of me? I'm already on my car. Drive off of me. Okay, get off of me. Get off of me. Okay.
Just the fact that cops had to deal with this kind of shit at all, and way more than you could ever imagine, warrants them a little more patience, grace, and respect. Most of us can't even handle someone coming to our job giving us a little bit, a smidgen of fucking attitude.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
But cops who are human just like us be dealing with shit like this a lot. So
Actually, can you check? Can I check it now? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ma'am, I just need you to relax.
I'm
okay?
just putting on my pants
I
on my side. I
understand.
know that.
Listen. You don't have a driver's license. You drove here. You parked in the handicap spot.
I apologize.
An ongoing active investigation regarding the Lululemon.
Trying to go in and out, and because my outfit's for my trip.
You can have a seat on the curb if you would like. Yeah.
Wait, so wait, you can't sit down then, right?
Huh?
So you had the procedure done? Can you sit down?
Yeah.
this one done went and got a BBL, but she out here stealing. And then she talking about a trip. So you spend money on a BBL. You spend money on a trip. And now all your money gone for this shit. And you need clothes for the trip. So her ingenious plan was to start stealing. Man, I want to applaud these cops for even having a straight face when dealing with some of these people. Cause my shit talking and sense of humor would have got me fired. I don't know if that can get you fired, but I would be roasting motherfuckers as I'm arresting motherfuckers. I'm gonna read you your rights. I'm gonna respect your person as long as you respecting my fucking authority. I'm gonna do what I have to do to make sure I'm safe and my partner safe, and I'm doing my job. But I'm gonna roast your ass straight up.
Actually, can you check? Can I check it now? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ma'am, I just need you to relax.
I'm
okay?
just putting my pants
I
on my side.
understand. Listen. You don't have a driver's license. You drove here. You parked in the handicap spot.
I apologize.
An ongoing active investigation regarding the Lululemon.
Trying to go in and out, and because my outfits for my trip. Come on, sit down.
You can have a seat on the curb if you would like. Yeah.
Wait, you can't sit down then, right?
Huh?
So you had the procedure done? Can you sit down?
Yeah, I could sit down, but like on like some soft.
I just didn't know if you can. That's why.
Huh?
I didn't know if you can because some of the procedure got done.
Yeah, but like how I sit is. I don't want to show you something.
Mike,
Good.
she wants to go to the hospital.
Now put this back.
Face him. Face him.
Okay.
Turn around right now. No.
No, medical reason. Hey.
You cannot do
Listen,
that.
hey.
Wait, I gotta sit on some soft.
No, you're
No, we're
sitting
not
there.
doing that.
We're not doing that.
I can't sit on my butt.
You drove here, you sat down.
Yes, not on nothing hard as hell. That's soft.
Aware that you have a warrant out of Palatine
For what?
for theft? And what is this about regular juvenile murderer / violent offender against youth?
Little, doing a lot of fighting, so they did that.
I was doing a lot of fighting, so they did that. Huh? You did that, and they just charged you. Yo, this shit is wild. But they're just some examples, man. But let's get into the psychosis, the psychological aspect of with this kind of thing. So we gotta start off with why some people out there have an inability to separate the acts of individuals from a group. And it's funny because the people that hate this the most do it the most, in my opinion. Or I'm not even gonna say do it the most. They do it far too much. Black people hate when niggas do stuff in society, lump niggatry on us. Especially when we're a black person that's a law-abiding citizen. We living right, we go to work, we come home, we got a family, we doing all our stuff. We hate when people look at us and think we all the same. Do you understand what kind of fucking mental gymnastics you have to play to dislike something extremely, but practice it on others the first chance you get? You want to know something? Why I never been a particularly jealous man back when I was dating? Because I'd cheat on a bitch back in the day. And since I knew I'd cheat on a bitch, if a bitch cheated on me, I'll just break up with her. But I wasn't finna wild out because I cheat on a bitch. What we talking about here? But let's get into this right here. Ain't no content creator right now running around here is willing to take the time to educate motherfuckers like I be trying to educate motherfuckers. It's cool to talk shit and have fun and argue, blah, blah, blah. But Unc wanna learn your ass something. Unc wanna learn you something. Learn you something about yourself. Your unhealthy mindsets and unhealthy behaviors. The inability to separate individual acts from a group of people. Something that we don't like. Not to something no one like. No one likes that shit. But we do it to police.
That concept is often described in psychology and sociology as a cognitive bias or logical fallacy. Some of the main terms that apply are 1. Stereotyping, attributing the behavior or traits of an individual to an entire group, or vice versa. 2. Outgroup homogeneity bias, the tendency to see members of an outgroup as more similar to each other than they actually are, which can make it hard to separate individual actions from the group. 3. Group attribution error, assuming that an individual's behavior reflects the characteristics of their group, or that a group's behavior reflects every individual within it. 4. Essentialism, the belief that a group has an inherent, unchanging essence that explains the behavior of all its members. 5. Ecological fallacy, drawing conclusions about individuals based on group-level data or behavior. Are you asking for a clinical/psychological term used in mental health and research, or a philosophical social term used?
I'll challenge you to name one time I played victim or claimed victimhood. I'll wait. Matter of fact, I'm quoted for saying, I ain't no victim. I don't want to be a victim. I refuse to be a victim. I ain't even going through nothing in my life to where I even feel like a victim. I'm not poor. I got a house. I have a wife. I have kids. I ain't got no wants. I ain't got no criminal history. I don't even have nothing to even play victimhood with. So there's no way people gonna hear me getting on my victim soapbox. I don't believe in that shit. I believe we are masters of our own destinies for the most part. Everybody can't have the same outcomes to the same level, but you can find your level and peak out in that shit. So y'all heard about the cognitive biases. So I was like, okay, but what's the clinical psychological aspect of the things that was just defined? Of why people just we can't separate the acts of individuals from a group. And we all know the vast majority of people don't like when this is done in their direction. So with that said, they fundamentally know it's kind of fucked up because they hate it. Yet when it comes to officers of the law, they can't help it.
Clinically and in psychology, the closest recognized terms are 1. Group attribution error, a well-documented cognitive bias where people assume that the behavior of one or a few individuals reflects the entire group. or that the group's behavior reflects each individual member. 2. Outgroup homogeneity effect. The perception that members of a group, especially one you don't belong to, are all alike, which makes it difficult to separate individual acts from the group identity. 3. Stereotypic attribution bias. A cognitive bias where individual actions are explained based on group stereotypes instead of personal factors. 4. Fundamental attribution error. When applied to groups, overemphasizing dispositional factors, e.g., they're that kind of people, and underestimating situational ones when evaluating a group's or individual's behavior. In clinical psychology, these are typically categorized under cognitive distortions and biases in social perception rather than as a standalone disorder. Do you want me to list DSM-related references, how this shows up in personality disorders or social cognition research, or keep it strictly as cognitive bias terminology?
That probably was echoed, but it didn't matter. So I heard all that and I was like, hold up, let's get a little more detailed. So I asked the question about the inability to separate individual actions for a group of people. And listen, there's something out there called anti-police sentiment or police animosity. It's kind of like Trump derangement syndrome. It's some people that hate Trump with a level of passion that's weird. But when asked why, they can't really name nothing he did, or they don't know any of his policies or any things he signed off on. At the most, they'll just start repeating stuff. They'll say stuff that's not even provable, like he's racist. Is there really any verified hardcore proof that Donald Trump is racist? It's just simply not. Not no more racist than any other average citizen, I would say. But so people have it's some people out there that simply don't like authority. And that's what I started this off with. It's people out there that don't like the police simply because they don't like being told what to do. We used to deal with those kind of people in the Army, and they didn't last long. We all got friends, family members, and loved ones that's like that. And they barely can hold a job, and they in and out of job. They got in and out of jobs. You have people out there that they don't have the resources to live a life and do what they want, but they want to live life and do what they want. But to live under your own accord as much as possible, it's only two ways to do it. You got to get enough money to where you don't have to answer to anyone in a lot of ways, or you got to go live off the grid where you just separate from society. And even the people with money, as we saw with Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, even Bill Cosby went to jail for a while, Tory Lanez, and all other people with money that's in jail, even with your money, it's still certain universal rules and stuff that you gotta fucking follow. So you're not even immune. But some people, from things from their childhood, their individual personalities and all that, they just really hate authority and authority figures. And it's an intense, illogical disdain for that. And they project it on the police. Because these same people, they also don't like bosses, managers, and in school, they didn't like teachers or principals. But realizing that your problem with authority might be the problem more than police takes a level of self-reflection that most people, not all, but far too many, not willing to do. But let's not talk about it. Let's hear this shit.
People who hate or strongly resist authority are often described using terms like anti-authoritarian, opposed to or resistant against authority and control, rebellious, inclined to resist or defy authority and rules, anarchist. Advocates for the absence of government or authority can be philosophical or political. Insurgent, actively revolting against authority, often in a political military sense. Contrarian tends to oppose or reject established authority or norms. Misanarchist, a rarer term, meaning someone with disdain for structured authority. Would you like me to give you psychological terms, political terms, or general personality descriptors?
I think I will take those psychological terms for $200.
Psychologically, people who strongly hate or resist authority can fall under terms or traits such as oppositional defiant, linked to oppositional defiant disorder, ODD, a behavioral pattern where a person is hostile or defiant toward authority figures. Authoritarian rebellion, a response pattern where individuals react negatively or aggressively to perceived control or domination. Anti-authoritarian personality, not a clinical disorder, but a personality trait describing someone who instinctively resists control or authority. Reactance, a psychological term for when someone resists rules or restrictions because they perceive them as a threat to their freedom. Defiance, a behavioral trait where someone deliberately resists or opposes authority or rules. Do you want me to break these down into clinical disorders versus normal personality traits?
Not just yet, because I want to address, y'all heard all that stuff, right? Wow, right? And it's people, grown as adults, way more than you would think, that are dealing with all of those or various versions of those. And the police have to deal with these people. They have to deal with people who, it don't matter if it's Jesus freaking Christ. When they told what to do, they don't want no part of it. Do you know that a lot of people that are atheists simply because, unfortunately, they had this going on psychologically, this kind of stuff? Because what does religion do? It gives you order. It gives you rules. It gives the Bible authority over you. It gives God authority over you. And it tells you what to do. Hey, correlation. We're going to make that fucking brain snap. You understand? Over here, Unc going to make your ass think. Reflect. Think, people. Think, you know these people. We know these people. We might be these people. Every atheist I met don't like the police. It don't like rules. It don't like authority to a degree. Some more than others. Why? Because the Bible, they gives them rules, regulations, authority. So they got some psychological shit going on and been living a whole life feeling that way, just thinking that's the way it's supposed to be and they supposed to feel. Not saying they crazy, not saying nothing wrong with them, not saying they not good people, or none of that. I'm just calling a spade a spade. Now let's get, hey, and I'm not making this shit up. I don't make up the news. I just report it. So let's just say, let's get to the clinical terms. This ODD, opposition defiant disorder. It's adults walking around with that. Again, we know these people. We can relate to these people. We date these people. Their life always in shambles. They always in out of jail. It's always some shit going on. We just thought they was bad. We just said they bad. Again, they had this weird disdain for the police and authority in general. They in and out of jobs. They really just never liked being told what to do. And they just thought it was their personality. It was their jam. In reality, they got a condition. But let's get into it. And again, the police got to deal with these people because these people are part of society. You got to deal with somebody who woke up in the morning and wake up every morning like, nobody better not tell me shit. I'm going to do what I want, when I want, how I want. And if you try to tell me how I'm going to do it, what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do, we going to have some motherfucking problems.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Cops have to deal with these people. Would you want to? Would you? Would you? Hell no, you wouldn't.
What the hell?
Shit's not easy to deal with. But cops ain't human. We done dehumanize them. They, like I said, if I come knock all your stuff off your desk at work and pull out my dick and piss on your fucking chair, you're gonna probably want to fucking throw my goddamn head through the sheetrock. But I'm gonna tell you, you're a professional. You should have some self-control. Again, understanding, not justifying. Do I gotta play that back? Understanding, not justifying. Oh man, I love this shit. I love this shit, yo. It's fucking, I love the human mind. I think I'm gonna go back to school and get my master's, and I don't really want to do psychology. I'm just more into sociology. I love this shit. People are just fucking such, oh my God. To these clinical or diagnosable disorders of linked to extreme hatred or resistance for authority. Because it's probably people walking around here didn't even know that was a thing. They just don't like religion or rules and regulations and structure and being told what to do. Not knowing they got a little wiring. They wiring might be a little misconfigured.
Clinical or diagnosable disorders linked to an extreme hatred or resistance to authority include 1. Oppositional defiant disorder, ODD. Most commonly diagnosed in children adolescents but can carry into adulthood. Characterized by a persistent pattern of angry, defiant, or vindictive behavior towards authority figures. Symptoms include frequent arguing with adults, refusal to comply with rules, and deliberate attempts to annoy or upset authority figures. 2. Conduct disorder, CD, more severe than ODD and often diagnosed in adolescence. Includes aggressive and rule-breaking behavior, including open hostility toward authority and societal rules. Can progress.
Niggas. I had to stop that because I gotta run back the last part of that first one, that ODD, that Oppositional defiant disorder. That symptoms include frequent arguing with adults, refusal to comply with rules, and deliberate attempts to annoy or upset authority figures. I'm about to show y'all multiple videos of this shit. Guys, so these people are amongst us. Amongst us. Someone has to deal with them. You'd rather be the cops or yourself. Listen, man, I'm not saying cops are perfect. I'm not saying they're not bad cops. But there's more good cops than bad cops. Cops show people way more grace than they don't show them grace. Most humans would rather not have to hurt, harm, or shoot somebody. And the proof of that is how these cops would ask someone 10 times to do the right thing before shit gets weird. If the cops really wanted to crack heads, they probably would only ask you once or twice, maybe thrice, before they crack your head just to cover, their bases. But they wouldn't ask you 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. That's someone fucking begging you, begging a grown ass person to respect rules, laws, and authority. But some kind of way, when shit get real, they the motherfucking bad guy. You can't make this shit up. Where my button at?
You can't make this shit up.
There you go.
You can't make this shit up.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
I gotta go get some creatine after before I go to the gym. Let's get into this. We're gonna let these play on through.
Clinical or diagnosable disorders linked to an extreme hatred or resistance to authority include 1. Oppositional defiant disorder, ODD. Most commonly diagnosed in children, adolescents, but can carry into adulthood. Characterized by a persistent pattern of angry, defiant, or vindictive behavior towards authority figures. Symptoms include frequent arguing with adults, refusal to comply with rules, and deliberate attempts to annoy or upset authority figures. 2. Conduct disorder, CD, more severe than ODD and often diagnosed in adolescence. Includes aggressive and rule-breaking behavior, including open hostility toward authority and societal rules. Can progress into antisocial personality disorder in adulthood. 3. Antisocial personality disorder, ASPD. Diagnosed in adults. Involves a pervasive disregard for rules, laws, and authority. Often includes manipulative, deceitful, or aggressive behaviors with little regard for societal norms. 4. Paranoid personality disorder, PPD. In some cases, people with PPD can develop an intense distrust of authority, believing figures of power are out to harm or control them. This can lead to open hostility or avoidance of authority. 5. Intermittent explosive disorder, IED, if authority triggers anger. Characterized by sudden, intense outbursts of anger or aggression, which can be directed at authority figures when rules or control are imposed. Do you want me to list the key diagnostic criteria for each?
I think we've heard enough to prove my points. A lot of the the problems people had with police, I personally think that this is my humble opinion, that a lot of it comes more so from within them than from the officers themselves. And again, for every video you can show me of cops brutality and all that. Not saying it don't happen. Not say it's like this. When a man trying to get sex from a woman and she says no, we know that there are men that would take the booty, right? And I just want to go on note and say any man that does that is a fucking monster, and there's a special place in hell, in jail, for his bitch ass. Straight up. But we know that happens. But for every man that does that foul act of taking the booty, there are hundreds, no, thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of men, millions, that be like, okay, just move on from the shit. Oh, just a second, I'll get a call from my wife. See if she needs something. Hey, what's up? Oh shit. Do you want me to just take you to go get it when you get off? Oh, I didn't know that. Dion's not here. Oh, okay. All right, well, we'll take care of it then. All right, love you. Bye. All right. So what was I saying? What was I saying? Anyway. Oh yeah. Again, for every one guy that takes the booty, is hundreds of thousands, if not millions of guys. Definitely millions in the world, but hundreds of thousands. It's just the vast majority don't take the booty. Not saying it don't happen, but people act like they understand interaction in percentages. For the amount of men that try to get booty and get denied booty and charge it to the game compared to the ones that take the, now one is too many. Let me be clear. One man that take the booty is too many. But that's not what we're talking about here. I need people when debating, arguing, or things like that to understand that the fucked up minority isn't the baseline. Say again.
Tactical nuke incoming!
My people, my people, my people. We got to stop making the fucked up minority the baseline, the guidelines for situations and or groups, etc. Real talk. And that's what we're doing with the officers of the law. Fuck the Officer Johnson. He like to whoop ass. He don't like black people. He anger issues. He trigger happy. He's a fucked up person. He needs to be in jail and kicked off the force. But his fucked up individual acts are just that. Fucked up individual acts. So that's enough of that, man. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. If you have any of those conditions or whatever with authority, you probably mad at me for telling you the truth. If you got any of those conditions with authority, you're never gonna get it. I just hope you don't get your ass arrested like these other people that have problems with authority that and taken down hard and tough like them that we're about to check out before I get up out of here. You know how I know these people got these problems with authority? Because there's no logical way a intelligent, normal person without some kind of problems can think this shit's going to end well. When you do something where it's only one outcome to it, yet you just do it, something ain't right.
No!
Turn around, please.
No!
Don't.
Don't! No! No!
Get over here. Get away.
No!
No, like saying no, like a toddler. You know, you ask your kids to do something and they don't want to do it. They be like, no, motherfucker, you saying no ain't finna change shit with authority figures. This an adult, so you know something ain't right. These people, they be having these conditions their whole life. But the problem is when you're an adult, you get in trouble. You get taken down fast and hard like she did. She is resisting, acting crazy, saying no, and started screaming bloody murder, shouting a Paul when they put her ass to the ground, to the dirt. Not gently either.
Turn around, please.
No!
Don't.
No!
Get over here. Get away.
No!
Had to take both their ass down. Look like mother and daughter. Both two ass clowns. Taken down.
This court date for any reason they wish we warrant for your arrest, okay? I'm gonna need a couple of things from you. First is gonna be a signature at the bottom of both these citations next to the blue X. It's not admission of guilt, simply saying you're aware you're gonna receive a court date in the mail and you promise to appear for it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and crumple these up. I'm gonna go print out a new copy. If you don't appropriately sign citations, ma'am, I will be forced to make a physical arrest, okay? So I'm gonna give you one more opportunity to comply. All right, ma'am. So again, your signature is as it appears on your driver's license. This is not admission of guilt. This is simply an acknowledgement that you're aware you're going to receive a court date in the mail.
Years ago.
So, simply just need your compliance.
Do you want to see my actual signature?
All right, go ahead and turn around, place your hands behind your back for me.
I'm not a policeman!
Stay there. Stay there. Stop. 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 10 to 16, I'm 10-15, gotta get a cage cruiser.
I'll talk to you in a second.
How I know it's some shit from childhood, some kind of real mental shit, it's the fact that when the shit go down, what do they revert to? What do they sound like? Listen. All mental illnesses don't mean you're going to be walking around with half your head shaven, eating shit, living out a dumpster, deleting people, dressing up like a raccoon. All mental illness aren't that obvious and straightforward. We have way more people walking around in this country every day functioning until the wrong situation activates their conditions. They are amongst us. They act right until they told some shit they don't want to hear, and all rationality goes out of them. We all don't witness the case where you be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with? We try to write it off as a bad day. Sometimes these people, it might be your first time really putting down the law on their ass. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I got to get out of here, people. Like, subscribe, comment, and please share. Like, subscribe, comment, and please share. Hope you learn something. Hope you was entertained. Hope you was informed. Spread the word. If you want to watch some diverse content or some, informative content, this is the place to come. Like, subscribe, comment, and please share. I don't know. This ain't gonna be the place for certifiable ignorance. Sorry, not sorry. So it is what it is. I'm out though, y'all. Deuces.
Type shit.
Stop playing with me, Drake. DJ K.